Hey Pack, welcome to our house church video for Side Week. My name's Owen. I got to preach this past Sunday, and so we've got a few questions to guide you through for your house church. First is the question mark. So what is something from the sermon that made you go kind of like, what's that about? So for me, as I was preparing, as I was preaching this Sunday, the thing that really was the question that came up for my own heart was what are the moments in my life that I have felt some hurt, some pain, maybe something like that, where I don't necessarily see it as a wilderness experience, where I see it more as like the chaos that Nathan talked about last week. What are those moments where I could actually be meeting with God where I haven't seen that happen yet? So that's my question mark. A light bulb moment for me as I was prepping the sermon this week, that it didn't make it into the sermon, but it's something that I found really interesting was that so Jesus, he was baptized by John the Baptist, who was this often associated with the Essenes, this group of people that followed God into the wilderness. And so Jesus was baptized by him, and then he ran off into the wilderness. And so there's this element where it's an interesting thing where Jesus, in many ways, though he is the Son of God and he's been ordained by God, he's actually kind of following the set pattern of John the Baptist, who is actually following the set pattern of all the previous prophets that had come before. And so it's kind of this light bulb moment where it, for me, is this pattern of like, oh, okay, if Jesus himself is actually following this pattern of going to the wilderness to be with God, what does that say about my life? I should probably be following that pattern as well in some ways, whatever that looks like, and being at least willing to go into the wilderness. The arrow conviction moment for me during the sermon is just looking at my own life and looking at my wilderness experiences and being able to hold them with open enough hands to say, okay, God, what do you have for me here? So even in those really painful, difficult moments, what do you have for me to learn? How can I grow from this moment? And it's not always an easy question to ask because it hurts and I don't want to grow from it, but that's kind of where I landed conviction wise is, okay, God, what are these things that I don't want to see your hand in, that I don't want to see good, and that you actually have some good things for me there. So that's it for this week. Thanks for being a part of PAC, and we'll see you later.